What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be reacting to a video called How It Feels Like to Die from Every Serial Killer. As you can see, it says John Wayne Grace on the first one.
Hmm.
So, but I'm here with Sean. We got Sean right here in
What's
this
the
corner.
deal? What's happening, people? Like and subscribe. You know the deal.
Yeah. So, first of all, who do you think is going to be on this fucking list,
Hmm. For sure, Jeffrey Dahmer. Gotta be.
bro? Has
Maybe
to
a
be.
little, maybe a little Ted Bundy appearance too. But yeah, that's low key all the murderers I know, or I don't know.
Yeah, we're not into really all that murder scene kind of thing, but let's get into the video.
John Wayne Gacy. Imagine that you're a 13-year-old runaway, homeless and desperate for work. A man in his 30s pulls up in his car and introduces himself as John. He's friendly, well-dressed, and owns his own construction business. He offers you a job, $10 an hour, cash, no questions
All right, that's already a red flag. $10 an hour?
Oh no,
$10 an hour? I'd be damned.
asked.
bro,
He
worry
says you
about
can
the
start tomorrow
bro,
if you
worry
come to
about
his
the
house
moolah.
tonight to discuss details. You're desperate,
What?
exhausted, and hungry. You accept. His
Oh,
house is
to
normal,
the house?
suburban, and unremarkable. Inside, John offers you a beer
A
and
beer
starts
at
explaining the
13
construction
years
work.
old?
He's personable, jokes around, tells you about his community service work. Then he suggests showing you a magic trick. He pulls out a pair of handcuffs and asks if you can escape from them. It seems weird, but harmless.
Oh,
You let him put the
hell
handcuffs
no.
on your wrists behind your back.
Nah.
The click of the cuffs locking is the last normal sound you hear. John's entire demeanor changes in an instant. The friendly contractor vanishes. He falls.
Oh, this crazy pose
Jeez,
right here.
bro. What is this
Oh,
animation? Why would you pause it here? Oh my
jeez,
god.
bro.
Look at
He's
his
cooked.
face. He's getting his
He's
cheeks
cooked.
squished in. He looks like, oh my
Forces you to the
gosh.
floor and ties your ankles.
What's
You're
his name?
screaming, but there's no one to hear you. His neighbors are too far
Oh my
away, and he's
god.
soundproofed the room. He places a rope around your neck, tied in a specific knot. Then he starts twisting it with a stick like a tourniquet, slowly cutting off your air supply. You can't breathe, and this torture continues for hours. But then finally, he tightens it one last time and doesn't stop. Your last conscious thought is terror.
Wow.
Your body will be buried in the crawl space beneath his house, along with 28 others. John Wayne Gacy was arrested in December 1978 after the bodies of four.
I
Others?
would never trust this guy right here. This is him?
Talking about some get in for $10, come to my casa.
Bro, can you
Hell
imagine
no.
if someone like this looked at me and asked me to get in the car for $10 an hour to do some work? This guy right here. Nah, GG's.
Four late victims were found in the Des Plaines River. Police discovered 29 bodies buried beneath his house. His trial began in 1980. He pleaded innocent by reason of insanity. However, the jury convicted him of all 33 murders, and he received the death penalty. After all his appeals were denied, he was executed by lethal injection on May 10th, 1994. The Zodiac. You're sitting on a bench at Lake Berryessa in Napa County, California, enjoying a peaceful picnic with your girlfriend on a warm afternoon in 1969. The sun is shining, the water is calm, and you're completely relaxed. But suddenly, your girlfriend grabs your arm and points toward the trees. She tells you that she thinks she saw somebody watching you guys in the woods, and before you can even react, a 6-foot-tall, 250-pound psycho approaches you out of nowhere. He's wearing nothing but dark clothes, sunglasses, and a straight-up executioner hoodie with a Zodiac sign at the bottom of it. The hooded man draws it and slowly approaches you. Instinctively, you position yourself between him and your girlfriend. But to your absolute surprise, he starts to reason with you. He says that he's an escaped convict from Montana, and that all he needs is your car and money to get to Mexico. Even though you don't really have a choice, you tell him you'll cooperate. He orders both of you to lie face down on the ground. Then he tells your girlfriend to tie you up first. Afterward, he then ties her up in the same way. Without as much as even a second passing, the criminal tears her to shreds right in front of you with a 12-inch carving knife. You scream in horror as you try to break free from your restraints to save her, but your attempt to try to free yourself and charge at him quickly transforms into trying to escape him once you realize he turns his attention towards you. A plunges his weapon into your lower back, then your upper back, then above your ribs. And he doesn't stop. Eventually, as you lie on the ground gasping for air, you watch as the man leaves a note on the side of your car. It'd have a Zodiac sign on it, with the dates of 3 recent deaths and the words, "Buy knife," written besides them. This is what happened to Brian Hartnell and his girlfriend Cecilia Ann Shepard. Luckily enough, Brian would survive the encounter, but his girlfriend sadly would pass.
He survived.
Brian would describe the criminal to police officers, but the Zodiac Killer would never be caught, and he'd go on to claim anywhere from 5 to 37 more victims, leaving behind cryptic notes like this. I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest, because man is the most dangerous animal of all. The Butcher. Imagine you're a 4-year-old waiting at a rural train station in Rostov, Soviet Union in 1984. A middle-aged man in glasses approaches you, soft-spoken and grandfatherly. He says he knows a shortcut through the woods to the next town and offers to show you the way. You're running late and he seems harmless, so you follow him. The forest path gets darker and colder, and you begin to feel uneasy when suddenly he grabs you from behind. His strength is pretty shocking for his mild appearance. Suddenly, throws you to the ground and starts slashing with a knife he pulled from his coat. The attack is nothing short of animalistic. The butcher stabs your hands, chest, mouth, skull, eyes, and face. You try to scream, but pain cuts your voice short, leaving only faint, rattling breaths. The attack lasts only minutes, but feels like hours. As you're losing consciousness from blood loss, you see him doing something unspeakable with the knife to your body. Your last sensation is the indescribable horror of understanding what's happening, but being too weak to stop it. Andrei Chikatilo murdered at least 50 people between 1978 and 1990. He was eventually identified as the chief suspect of his heinous crimes and arrested. While in court, he was kept in a cage because of his erratic behavior. On one occasion, he pulled down his pants and masturbated in front of the court. He was executed in a Moscow prison in 1994. Jeffrey Dahmer. Now imagine you're at a bar in Milwaukee on a Saturday night when a blonde man in his late 20s approaches you. He's charming, good-looking, and well-spoken. He introduces himself as Jeff and offers to buy you a drink. He mentions he's a photographer and asks if you'd be interested in making some quick cash by posing for photos at his apartment.
What do you mean by that?
He offers you $50. You're broke, and he seems harmless enough, so you agree. His apartment is at 924 North 25th Street. It's neat and surprisingly clean. He offers you another drink, a strong rum and coke. You take a few sips, and within minutes, you start feeling dizzy and disoriented. Your vision blurs. You try to stand up, but your legs won't work. The room spins. Jeff is still talking, but his voice sounds distant and distorted. You collapse onto the couch. Then you wake up hours later. But something is wrong. You can't move your arms. You're handcuffed to something. Your head is pounding, and your mouth tastes like chemicals. Jeff is standing over you now, and his demeanor has completely changed. The friendly photographer is gone. What remains is cold, empty, and calculated. He doesn't yell or threaten. He just tells you calmly what's going to happen. He's going to strangle you until you pass out. And then his freaky ass is going to take advantage of your unconscious body. If you wake up, he'll do it again. But eventually, you'll stop waking up. Your last conscious thoughts are of panic and confusion as his hands wrap around your throat and
I don't remember it going down like that, bro. Like, I watched the documentary and everything, but like, gee.
the world goes dark for the final time. In the same manner, Jeffrey Dahmer murdered 17 young men and boys between 1978 and 1991. He was arrested in July 1991 after one victim escaped. Harold Shipman. Imagine you're living your bonus years alone in Hyde, Greater Manchester. You've been feeling tired lately and short of breath. You call your family doctor, Dr. Harold Shipman, a respected general practitioner who's been practicing in the area for over 20 years. He makes house calls, which is rare these days, and he's always been so kind and attentive. He arrives at your home within an hour, black medical bag in hand. He takes your blood pressure, listens to your heart, and asks about your symptoms. He tells you it's likely just a circulation issue, nothing to worry about, but he'd like to give you an injection that will help. You trust him completely. He's your doctor. He prepares a syringe from his bag. You barely feel the needle go into your arm. Within seconds, a warm sensation spreads through your body. You feel relaxed, peaceful, almost euphoric. Dr. Shipman is asking you questions, but his voice is getting farther away. You're so tired suddenly. Your eyelids are impossibly heavy. You try to respond, but the words won't come. Your breathing slows, your vision narrows to a pinpoint of light, then disappears entirely. You die in your armchair, peacefully, never knowing your trusted doctor just murdered you with a lethal injection of diamorphine. Harold Shipman was convicted of murdering 15 patients in 2000.
Is this Papa Smurf?
Uh,
15 patients in 2000.
that motherfucker need to dye his beard.
But investigators
That
believe
milk
he
beard.
killed between 215 and 250 people over his career. On January 13th, 2004, he hanged himself in his cell at Wakefield Prison.
Oh my goodness.
In 1870, a man named
You
Albert
got a name
Fish
like the
suffered
boogeyman. He
horrific
got it, bro.
as a child at an orphanage, where he was regularly beaten and
Wait.
Yo,
Diddy?
bruh.
Is that Diddy?
I'm more worried about the dude.
and as a result, he exhibited troubling behaviors that would escalate over the years of his life. Fish would lure children with promises of work, candy, or both. And in 1928, while pretending to be a wealthy man visiting a family's house to hire their son for work, Albert would convince the parents of a named Grace to let him take her to a birthday party. He didn't spontaneously do this, however. He was only able to take them after building trust and warmth with the family. And as you could guess, there was no party.
What are
He
these
took her to an abandoned house, strangled her, dismembered her body, cooked her, and ate her.
Oh, that's how you get down?
6 years later, Albert would send the family a letter saying this: "On Sunday, June 3rd, 1928, I called on you and brought you pot cheese with strawberries. We had lunch. Then Grace sat in my lap and gave me a kiss on my cheek. It was at this point that I made up my mind to eat her." The rest of the letter is disgusting, repulsive, and detailed. After reading it, Grace's traumatized parents were able to use it as evidence for officials to track and capture Albert. And after he was arrested, medical examinations revealed that Albert had inserted over 29 needles into his pelvic region and groin area. X-rays showed them embedded deep in his body, many having been there for years. He had hammered them into himself as punishment and as a twisted form of gratification. Sadly, Grace's fate would be the same of over 1 to 400 other children that Albert Fish did this to. He was later on executed by the electric chair in 1936 at 65 years old. He wrote a final statement, but the only person who was able to ever read it was his lawyer, and he refused to release it to the public because he considered it the filthiest thing he had ever read in his life. Majority of people in real life are actually pretty normal, but nonetheless, bad apples still do exist, so always make sure that you're not out at night too late without your friends or family, and also, always let your loved ones know where you are at all times. Oh yeah, and most importantly, carry protection. Hit the gym, invest in some pepper spray, a taser, or if you're licensed and old enough, maybe some concealed carry. Anyways, have a happy day.
Appreciate it. You too.
Yeah, so lesson of
That
the
was
day.
devious.
Lesson
No,
of
last
the day.
dude got it, bro. He got it. He Hall of Fame school threat.
Bro, I've never heard of that dude a day in my life. That shit was crazy. But
Hall of Fame school.
lesson of the day. If you got friends, drop that location with them. Drop that
Real
location with
deal.
your family. Let people know where you're going.
100?
400 kids that he ate
Oh
and
my
killed.
god, bro.
He
That's
ate-
insane. All right,
ate them.
people.
All
All right,
right.
it was fun reacting. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you want us to react to next. Let us know if you like this type of format in this video style. It was me and Sebastian. It's been real.
Yup.
Peace.
Later. Oh shit.